I'm Jeff Everidge, the founder of Trident Proposal Management.
I'm Kathy Borkowski, Vice President of Trident Proposals.
We're going to talk about 3 cardinal rules for outlining, and these are rules that are battle proven. Literally, over 100 proposals, we've honed these because we're tired of our customers wasting time and money with a bad outline. So Kathy, kick us off. What's the first rule?
The first thing we do is we start with a blank piece of paper and the RFP. And then we take all of the specific requirements from that RFP and we use that as our main headings in our outline. And the reason we do this is we've seen folks, they're like, hey, I've got this great outline from before, or I wrote this other stuff from before. It's great, it's wonderful, let's do that. Then as soon as it starts getting into the review stage, people are thrashing it. Oh, I watched a partner in a big corporation just red pen the crap out of just the structure, not even like the bullets that were underneath the high level outlines. So save yourself some pain. Start with the RFP requirements when you're developing your outline.
Absolutely. Now, an outline, if you go to any book or any outline on the internet, you'll see that it's bullets. It's not a lot of prose. That's important. What we've seen pretty consistently is people will take what they've already written and they'll slam it into the outline, and the outline will look more like a document than an outline. Why is this important? Because when you get agreement, when you actually have people review your outline, they're going to get caught up by the prose. They're going to want to, grammatically edit it or edit it in a certain way that's not what you're after. You're after is the flow of the document, is the order it's in, is the types of information you're going to put in each part. Are those right? Not what you're going to write. Also, when you add a lot of detail into your outline and you give it to your writers, you're actually pigeonholing them. You're telling them, well, this is what I want you to write, or this is how I want you to write it. You stifle their creativity, you stifle their ability to write what they think's best for that particular section.
The human brain has a real tendency when they see a bunch of prose, like Jeff was saying, to jump right into grading it, to like getting used to it. And the lack of creativity, the lack of like new ideas is a real problem, because the outline phase, that's when you want your high level folks to be like, hey, don't forget about this and this and that. So you really want to get that feedback, and we found an outline's the only way to really get it. And then finally, speaking of those reviewers, that's why our third cardinal rule is getting agreement on the outline. And when we say agreement, we just mean you get a third set, fresh eyes, somebody that hasn't seen what you've done before, and they're seeing it for the first time when they're comparing it to the RFP, and they're like, wow, okay, you answered all of the questions. I agree with this parts of it, but I want you to start pulling in these other little things. And the advantage, the biggest advantage you're going to find throughout the process, if you get them to agree that you're putting the right structure in the first place, when you ask them to review your drafts later, you're not going to be fighting over is it in the right order. They already agree. You have it in the right order.
Exactly. Now, these 3 rules are battle proven. We've used them, actually developed them in the middle of proposals. They're really important to follow, but there's kind of an unwritten rule of this, which is outline. Don't skip outlining. It's critical. It's so important. It saves you time and money in the long run. Because the last thing you want to do is have to do a rewrite because you didn't include something the RFP has, you didn't put it in the right order, you didn't have all the right structure in place in the beginning. So make sure you outline, follow these rules, and you'll end up with a great product, and you'll end up with a very efficient proposal process. We're Trident Proposal Management.
Subscribe to our channel, sign up for our articles, and we'll make sure you get even more tips and best practices on how to improve your proposals.
And play to win that government contract.